right hand side. Hello everyone, welcome back. We're out on the course tonight on Mark. Beautiful evening. It's about 30 million degrees. More suitably, you have got shorts on again, but it's not raining this time. So yeah, bit of an on-course assessment. We'll see how he's getting on with the changes that we've made in the studio. Should be good this. Yeah. Try and get about 7, 8 holes in. Let's get into it. How far we got?
128.
128. What club's that?
If I was flying to the pin, it'd be a 9-iron. I'm thinking pitching wedge because it's going to bounce, isn't it?
Yeah, ground conditions playing heavily into club selection here.
Yeah.
Okay, just a little bit pulled that one.
Too much.
Bit of a short-sided little chip here, a little bit of green to work with. Ground conditions very firm at the minute. What club we got?
56.
56, nice. Landing zone, do you ever think about anything like that?
Landing zone there, I'd be thinking about that first brown patch on the green.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. Not saying I'm going to hit it, but...
Yeah, it's good that you're thinking about that though. There's so many that neglect that. It's one of my biggest things, that, picking your landing zone.
I never used to, and then it was all like, why am I landing it at the flag?
Yeah.
And it running past.
Nice. Just open face up a touch on that one, popped it up quite nicely. Yeah. Use a bounce. Ooh, lucky, good effort. Right, so 11th hole now. Nearly a very nice up and down on that last one there. Just broke a little bit more left than we thought it would. This hole is 373 in length. We've got a driver, so.
Foolishly.
I know. I think it's the play off this tee. Shape-wise, what are you thinking?
Straight, maybe a little draw.
Okay, so
high booming cut.
What are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for that entry.
Perfect.
And draw it off there a little bit if possible.
Magic, what a shot.
That almost worked.
Do you think there's much in that? I always advocate to people, you know, that the more you can zero in on a target, the smaller your misses are going to be.
Yeah. Oh, so, no, definitely shot visualisation. Never used to be a thing, but I read an article somewhere and then it became more of my thought process. And it certainly does focus your mind and bring you in, and it's like, instead of you getting up here and thinking, oh, I've got all that I can hit, you think I want to be in that corridor, it just focuses everything up, and you know, your misses become less bad.
Yeah. Well, do you know why Jordan Spieth marks his golf balls with a Z?
Go on.
Because it reminds him to zero in.
Right, yeah.
So, and he always says if he feels as though he aims small, he misses small. It's good, isn't it?
You've got to be.
So if ever I caddied for you, this is kind of what the situation is going to be tonight. I'm going to effectively be your caddy and try and coach around as best as I can.
Yeah.
I will always, on pretty much every shot, saying like, what are we aiming for, what's the shot shape, what you're seeing, all that kind of stuff. And I think it's so easy to neglect it, isn't it?
It's so easy to walk up and think, especially if you play in the same course all the time, you think, if I've hit driver, I'll always, in your head, you've already got 8 iron out by the time you've got there.
Yeah. You
don't really focus on it, you just get there, bang, and it's, oh, I've missed it left, I've missed it right. You should give every shot the same thought and go through the same routine and, you know, try and give it the best you've got.
Yeah.
And we're all guilty of that. You're hitting on the same course, think, I always hit it over that corner. And you hear it so many times with people. I always play this all bad. Or I always miss there with driver. Don't take driver then. Yeah. Use a 5-wood. Take a 3-iron. You know, do something different to change the pattern.
And I think that's a really interesting point that you picked up on that, you know. So, you know, a good game that I always tell people to play around the home course, is it a different club off every tee than what you would normally?
Yeah.
Just to really get you thinking in a different way and managing it better. And
because you'll get to that same point, you think, I was here last week and I duffed a chip into that bunker, or I missed this. Leave it 20 yards further back, change the shot, change the perceptive. You know, give yourself something else thinking, it's a fresh shot, it's not what you missed last week. 9 times out of 10 you hit it better.
Yeah. Could be a case of playing to your strengths as well. So if you're dynamite from 110, but on this hole you seem to leave yourself 80 every time, late straight back.
You're not playing to your strengths.
Yeah, nowhere near, really.
Yeah. Probably won't.
So just have a quick think about your tendencies. What club have we got?
pitching wedge.
So just to prevent from that loopy left one that we've seen a couple of times, I'd be thinking just a bit more held off this time, you know, like a bit of a cutty feeling.
Yeah.
So still aiming pretty straight, but working against that pattern that we're seeing to start to emerge, that's it. Lovely, start line was perfect that time. Still drew a little bit, but we are left side of the green now. Yeah, good, good.
Bump and run almost.
Right, so you've just said years ago you would have putted that, right, but now you're thinking more 50-degree wedge. One thing that I always do, and I always tell everyone to do, is I only pick my shot that I'm going to play once I've assessed my lie. So you know, you've kind of gone, like, my ball's there, here's what I'm going to do. Lie, that right there dictates everything that I'm going to do, and if we have a look, it is a little bit scabby. So, you know, we're thinking percentage-wise, lofted wedges, I'm not sure. One thing that we can do for definite, as we are out here practicing, is have a go each. So I'd be more inclined to go like maybe 9-iron, try like a little putt chip type shot, a putt and your 50-degree, something like that. See how all three goes, but we have to replicate that same lie every time, which I think is a bit scruffy. So we have grass directly behind the ball, and it's on a bit of a brown patch as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got everything going for it.
Yeah, I know. So with that grass being a little bit behind the ball, tendency just to come out a little bit hot, weren't it? Yeah. But yeah, lie dictates everything. Yes, yeah, that's good. That's good enough for me. So sat down, grass behind it. Okay. All coming out pretty fiery, aren't they?
That could be end user then.
Yeah, good. Definitely the percentage one putting, weren't it? The only thing that scared me about a putt, like we just discussed off camera, was the gnarliness of this semi that's a bit overgrown. Right, 12th hole, par 4.
I don't think the pond will come into it,
So quite a demanding tee shot this one. With that is kind of where we're going, that direction there. Similar kind of shot shape again, yeah?
Yeah, that's the thought.
What are you aiming for?
I'm just aiming at just the brown patch up in the distance past the guy that's trolley, so following the line of the bank.
Yeah, I like trolley as a line, you know.
Yeah, draw it off there.
I think that trolley's good.
That's the idea anyway.
Yeah. Really good that, mate.
And that about made it, didn't it?
Yep. Unfortunately, as good as that drive were, we have just run out of room really, so I think we're near the 150 marker, meaning that this drive's gone like 296 yards, and we've just probably trickled into this water hazard, unfortunately, so almost too good a drive that time. I didn't think, you know, we could reach that.
I hate this game.
I know, me too.
I'm thinking 134 middle.
What, were it at front? That's what I'd be thinking here, downwind.
I was thinking 134, it's 122 to the front. So
That's your shot, innit?
So I'm playing 9.
It's not a 134 shot, it's a 122 shot. 120 if anything.
Well, a soft 9 is a 120, 3/4 9. So.
I think it's a wedge.
You reckon?
Yeah, we have firm ground conditions, or you'll easily get a wedge there.
Oh.
Straight at it. See, you look at the severity of that bounce. I really well controlled that actually. Just past pin eye, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice shot, mate. Right, lovely controlled wedge into it. This is for an actual par really, isn't it? Like a technical birdie.
Birdie actually, fine.
Do you see anything in it break wise?
Not based on the last couple of putts, I mean, it looks like it's going to go around the last of them.
Which way?
I think it's going to just slightly move into that way, but the last few have just not done anything, so I'm going to play it relatively straight.
Okay.
Try and keep it inside the hole, but left edge.
Yeah. Very straight, weren't it? Just a bit pushed.
There was no movement in it, was there?
Do you know, I wouldn't have even said push. I think you just aimed a little bit more right side that time. Well then, good recovery after tee shot, mate. How far we got on this one? To which one? The tree on the right hand side of the fairway or through the fairway?
The guy is with his trolley now.
That's only 164 to there.
Well, it's only by me moving the thing on
Right.
there, isn't it?
So this is only like a 170 yard shot to get it to that point there. Where's my finger? 170 to that point then.
Or 189.
Wind is into and off at left slightly.
I think it's only 6 I think it's running down there.
Yeah. I think to get past that point, which is just them trees there, I think 6 iron's perfect really. And then that'll only leave you saying what, like 120 in? Okay, a bit of a higher one. I think it's very safe though.
Definitely safe.
Yep, got it.
Got underneath it.
Pretty simple second shot in from there though.
Yeah.
Distance. How far we got? I'm going to say about 120ish. You got a laser as well? That is superb.
I've got all the gear and no idea.
I won't say that.
114 to the flag.
So front of the green is about 100.
Yeah, so I think it must be dropping 90, doesn't it?
I'd say 100. Because it's a shorter club and we're able to increase that descent angle, a bit more spin. What are you thinking?
Punchy wedge then.
Okay.
Gap wedge I'm going to be forcing it, I'm thinking.
So this is why I probably prefer more loft in this situation, yeah?
Right, okay.
Because I always say the worse the lie in this area, I go more speed, more loft. Just helps you get it out a bit easier. With that grass wanting to close that face a bit more then, or?
Yeah. It's
Definitely.
about the distance, it's just me not playing it right.
Yeah. Another one of them lies. What club you got?
60.
Yeah, perfect. That's what I'd use from here. Landing zone.
First brown.
First brown patch. Perfect, yeah.
Oh, punch it.
Yeah.
Pot wedge.
Okay. So talk me through setter-wise. You put me in that situation that you just tried telling me about then.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of? Just a shot of this nature. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking,
So I'm in a standard setup at the minute. How do I need to change this?
well, I would try and get my hands lower
Yeah.
and push the handle back from vertical,
Yeah.
and then try and keep the loft on it so hands firm through.
Okay. So and then just kind of delivering one of these.
Yeah.
I can see thinking behind it, you know, because then in that instance we are adding a little bit more bounce. But I just keep this super simple, you know.
Right.
You've got 60 degrees. I go ball position in the middle. Handle very neutral, as you said. Definitely don't want to see it leaning forward, because then you've always got tendency to want to dig that leading edge in. But then from there, I just feel as though instead of leading edge interacting with ground, it's this bottom rudder that we do. So you don't need to manipulate setup as much as what you are doing, I don't think. Just from there, it just feels like it's sliding underneath. Take that added element out, do you know what I mean? Just keep it super simple. Because then from there, you're still going to get similar kind of strikes, but with less
Moving parts.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just keep it all super simple, because your chipping technique's as good as most your standard, so there's no reason to overcomplicate it really. So, do you want to have a go at that? Super neutral with everything.
So, more there.
Yeah.
Not even opening the face.
No, not even opening the face.
So
Just slide that club underneath.
Straight back and through. But you're still thinking about holding there rather than letting it release through.
Yeah. Well, I always think that the head should work just with the handle. There's no overtaking really in this instance. That's better. That were exact same flight to mine, that one as well, weren't it? No need for you to add more loft.
You might have a future in this, you know.
I do try, mate. I do try. I just want you to keep hitting shots like that, you know.
And that's the same set you would have from 50, 56, just...
Pretty much, yeah, unless I'm trying to play a specialist type shot where I'm purposely adding loft or lowering loft. Yeah. But in that situation, no need to, because the brow of that hill weren't high enough for you to want to do it extreme. No. So that'll perfect, that last one. So we're 132 to... No, 142, aren't we?
142 for flag.
Yeah, definitely a soft 8 then. So ideally one pitch about 132 because of ground conditions. Again, this is a par 3. We're over water, but there's a little bit of space over the edge of the water leading up to the green, so straight at it. Lovely. Is it the club? Certainly is. Beautiful shot. Well done, mate.
The green, thank you.
Lovely pace again. Just didn't really turn that much, did it?
No.
Aim on a couple of putts, you know, has just looked a fraction more right than probably what you think.
Yeah.
So we'll do a bit of that. When it comes to all the short game stuff, I think chipping's probably a bit of a priority at a minute, and then we'll look at some putting stuff as well. The Sandput Lab will probably show up a couple of truths, you know, that'll be really helpful for us. It's a right piece of kit, that, you know. Right then, similar to 2 holes ago, another par 4, which is a dogleg left. It only requires like an iron to the corner. We got 5, yeah?
5, no 6.
6, okay, cool. Well, yeah, this needs to be like a 170 shot. Favouring right hand side at fairway, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to change that.
Back to a 5?
Yeah. I just felt that breeze as I stood up there.
Yeah. What I like about just going one more in this instance is that if you are slightly misstruck as well, it's just going to be further up there, isn't it? Straight at that bush, yeah?
Good idea.
Perfecto again. Magic.
Oh, bad kick.
Bit of a rotten bounce, but I think we're far enough.
I think it's gone far enough to get round.
Yeah, definitely. How far we got?
126.
126.
I'm thinking it's a smooth pitching wedge and let it bounce up.
Yeah, it's got to pitch about 116, yeah?
Yeah.
We are a bit more sheltered, so trees a bit taller than what they have been on some holes, so wind might not affect it as much, but it's conducive to a draw shape, this shot as well, isn't it, with flag just being around the corner that way, so yeah, you're thinking more just left of that hump and just letting it fall back onto flag. That'd be nice.
No.
I think lie's just really hampered you there, hasn't it?
I'll come right off it. Leant back on it as I swung back, slipped down that slope.
Yeah. Right then.
So we want the same feelings as before, just but maybe handle slightly forward to de-loft it a bit here.
Yeah, you have to always marry the slope when it's as extreme as this. Well, you just got to be thinking, so my thought process around this, right, I'm putting thought into this, so slight downslope is going to come out a little bit lower. That is in our favour because we have branches to go under. First bounce, I'm thinking just before that hump, just before it. Again, a bit lap of the gods here, but with the pace it's going to probably come out at, you might get a nice bounce, just hop it over that hill. And what club have you got?
56.
Yeah, could do a bit less loft really. Could you try and manipulate it to make it less lofted? I know it's a bit of an ass, but yeah, not quite. I think that exact same shot, you know, with like a 9 or a pitch is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Just chip it in, everything's alright again now.
Yeah. Move on, don't talk about it.
That first one even made the in the hole noise. That's it, keep rotating, there you go.
So you're thinking on this, I don't have to keep it straight back, just doesn't matter if it's got an arc, just keep that connected.
Yeah. That's it. Beautiful strike again. Just landing zone a bit too far short.
Yeah, well it's just learning the feelings, isn't it?
Yeah,
now,
of course.
Seeing how aggressive you can be with it.
That's the next port of call though, mate. It's definitely some short game stuff now, so we're going to be looking, I think next session definitely chipping and pitching. After that we'll look at some putting stuff. Lovely strike again. Ringing bounce. Lovely shot though.
Yeah, that one was
There we go. Right, well done mate. Good that. Enjoyed that.
I'm glad you did.
Definitely give me scope as to where we need to go next. And I think you've hit plenty of good shots there. I think we've got enough to build on. Next port of call, like I said, we're going to do some short game stuff and then some putting after that. So very much looking forward to it.
Good.
Hope you guys at home have enjoyed it as much as what we have out here. Until next time, do the usuals. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.